and in his heart his warm words were cold. I think of a theoretical physicist who spoke, correctly I think, of a thing called a locality trap. It has to do with quantum physics problem of locality, can an object even be local, and another locality trap, according the physicist above, that we wrongly think we are in our head, that the self is located in our head, in the brain of our head, as opposed to the more plausible possibility that the self is spread out at once into the entire plane of existence, and there is the mysterious locality of the self. I say that in his heart his words were cold, only to say that he, from my understanding, was not even a spiritual man. I say cold, though true, because where is our lovers? What help is mathematics when we don't have a lover of flesh, of blood and fire, whom we all need? And if I may say, the cosmos has one vector, and all the quantums have their vector to the bridal day, the day of the bride and groom, and humanity's end point is blood and fire. On a nearby note in prayer I had the sense that the Lord said to me, the world cannot bear being ignored. Now we know existence itself is anomalous, and perhaps it is true that for the dimensional worlds to exist there must be someone watching, who, in this case, must be God himself, as the observer, because at a fundamental point of existence, an object survives only as a reflection, and lives in the gaze of the watcher. If God looks away the whole thing would be gone. For existence, or easier for our point, for an object to be then so dependent on the gaze of another, it implies that it must have inside it an inherent qualitative flux, a threshold point, a fullness and emptiness at once, halfway there. If the world mentioned above is not dimensions, but humanity itself and our goings about, our darkness, our collective consciousness, then it may suggest that humanity, who has the gift of the quantum gaze, a watcher, watches itself. Humanity is able to correct itself against the decay that is present in the pathological universe, to a point. They look upon themselves and maintain a quantum gradient. That is why God, when he came down to the Tower of Babel, had said to himself, if we let them do this then nothing is impossible for them. So he had to knock the thing down. Ironically, in spite of our desire and power of self-insistence, the last labor of pain and guilt, in our disconnected state, is to, by the logic of guilt, defeat humanity towards entire dissipation, and I think we subconsciously turn this switch on inside us. Deep inside us is a flickering thing. It is not a flame, it is black dot. We hide this thing inside us, and it is us, and we hide like Adam and Eve. This is our natural reflex. The black dot is made of shame and we are unaware of it. This black dot does not want an observer, so it is breaking the law of physics. That is why I said it wants to die. The black dot wants to die by hiding from the watcher. That is why I had said we need a lover of flesh, we need God's intimate love. It is the only thing that can save the black dot. Now, if humanity is a watcher itself, then it can trap reality into a state. It can keep it from God, who is also the gaze of the watcher. But fortunately, God only need one human being, just one, who looks away and who looks above towards a difference gaze, to have access to the state humanity sustains by its observance.